you can see.
Melbourne Airport's Australia's second largest airport, also known as Tullamarine. Getting ready to board the plane. LA, look out, and we're away. Just landed in the US. Welcome to LAX.
Yeah, I never.
My boys are the first full Australians. There's home. My first look at LA. We are here in LA, ready to walk along the Hollywood Walk of Fame. See what stars we can find. Now just trying to find a Hollywood star of someone that I really like. Here on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, there is over 2,800 stars of all the known celebrities. The concept actually started with E.M. Stewart back in 1953. Had the idea that may have come from a permanent Hollywood star on the ceiling of the old Hollywood Hotel. The first permanent star on the ground was from a known director, Stanley Kramer, and that was first laid in 1960. Wow, the Hoff! The last person to receive a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame was Lauren Graham on the 4th of October 2025. Lauren, if you can leave a comment, because I don't know who you are. Here, outside the famous Aniba Music, a large independent record store here on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, is one of their true legends of the scene. Are you ready? The Red Hot Chili Peppers. Boom, baby. The Peppers. Madame Tussauds in this location opened in 2009. It's the 9th location in the US, and it has over 130 wax figures of all their known celebrities throughout time. Born 1761, Madame Tussauds, who you see behind me, was a skilled sculptor who created this whole show and exhibition around the world. Yo! Adrian! Who's the king, Snoop? In Australia, we don't call it a sidewalk. We call it a footpath. Ripley's, believe it or not, actually started in the early 1900s from Robert Ripley.
Box there you can open. What's in there?
A cow. Here at Ripley's, believe it or not, Hollywood, They have unusual artifacts and Hollywood memorabilia. The idea and the brand actually started from a gentleman named Robert Ripley in the early 1900s, where he was doing all sorts of things from sports to cartoons to magazines, and eventually in 1948 it became the brand and a TV show, Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Will, my son.
They say here at Ripley's, one of the most famous strange artifacts is a shrunken head, where the natives used to peel it off the skull, boil it, and then put it all back together again, believe it or not. Elvis Presley's hair lock. Behind me is Jane's house, or Jane's residence, which is the only remaining residential dwelling on the Hollywood Boulevard. Built in 1903, long before any of the commercial or entertainment district began. The Dolby Theatre, here on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. This is where they hold the Academy Awards. They're setting up for the premiere of Predator. Seems a little bit of a big deal. They blocked off the whole boulevard in front of the Chinese theatre. First time doing the subway in Hollywood. This should be interesting. In Australia, we don't call it a subway. We call it a train station. On the subway heading to downtown LA. We've already been told by a local, don't stay there after 5 p.m. Here in downtown LA, the major commercial district, known for things like the world's shortest railway and the famous Skid Row. The Angeles Flight, the world's shortest railway, built in 1901, and it's only about 90 meters long. We're going for a ride now. Shortest train ride ever. It's actually a cable drawn carriage, more like what us Aussies would call a tram. Walking along Broadway, downtown LA, home to movie palaces and theatres. Originally, 12 theatres were built here between 1910 and 1931, and most of them are still active today. There goes Willie. Heading to Chinatown, baby. We could only afford to hire one scooter. LA's expensive. Here on Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood, it's known as the Sunset Strip. The KTLA Tower, the radio tower behind me, was erected in 1925 as one of 2 radio towers servicing the Warner Brothers. Entertainment district of the Sunset Boulevard, where the famous clubs like the Viper Room, Whiskey and Go-Go's, the Rainbow Bar and Grill is all located, including a whole bunch of other adult entertainment.
With less burning,
Did you see the
Today, we are getting a taxi into Hollywood again, but by robo taxi. It's driverless.
But our microphones are only on when you're connected to rider support.
We are in an autonomous taxi, a Google business called Waymo, and it is taking us from West Hollywood down to Hollywood Highlands. Yesterday we got a traditional Uber doing the same route. It was $25 US dollars. With Waymo, with our driverless vehicle, it's only 15 US dollars. Today we're back on the subway, heading down to Santa Monica Pier and Venice Beach today. Should be pretty cool. The Gates boys have made it to Santa Monica. Santa Monica, named after the Christian Saint Monica, is just west of LA downtown, one of California's beautiful coastal towns, famous for an amusement park on the pier, Muscle Beach, and we'll find out everything else today. It is a Sunday here in Santa Monica, and it's already pretty busy. Sunday morning, smoggy, pollution, can't see very far, but it's a cool vibe. Actually legit on the pier now. Here at Santa Monica Pier is a famous amusement park, the Pacific Park Amusement Park, which sits right here on the Santa Monica Pier. It debuted in 1909 and is still going today and popular. People everywhere on a Sunday morning. Going on the West Coast Coaster. The West Coaster was a little bit scary. Now we're doing the Pacific Wheel. Right on the Pacific Wheel. Actually a really nice view. Here at Santa Monica Pier is the restored carousel called the Lofts Carousel, designed and built in 1916 and still operating today. Owned by the city, is considered a national treasure. Muscle Beach at the Santa Monica Pier was the original birthplace of the physical exercise boom in around about 1934. This is the path leading from Santa Monica to Venice Beach. It's where everyone is riding bikes, skating, jogging, rollerblading, whatevering. It's actually pretty nice on the e-bike, nice and easy. Cruising along, I should get off this footpath, it's actually pretty busy.
Oh, what happened?
Just made it to Venice Beach at the skate park. Here at Venice Beach, famous for its boardwalk, its shops along the boardwalk, all its street performers, the skate park, another Muscle Beach, and also where it all started, the canals that gave it its original name of Venice Beach. They have some pretty awesome street art on the side of their buildings. I love it. Venice Beach actually got its name from this area right here with its man-made canals. It was developed in 1905 by the developer Abbot Kinney. He wanted the area to look like Venice, Italy, and therefore all these man-made canals were made. The area is the original residential area of Venice Beach. Not the commercialised beachfront, but where the locals are living, and it is beautiful. The canals were renovated in 1992. All the water drained out of the canals, new footpaths put in, and then refilled, reopened by 1993, and was a much desired place to have a property. It's a really nice area. I like it. Just leaving West Hollywood on the way to the famous Beverly Hills. Getting Halloween ready. Beverly Hills, I even know their postcode off by heart, or their zip code, 90210. In Australia, we don't call it a zip code, we call it a postcode. Here we are. Made it to the sign. The Beverly Hills sign is located in Beverly Gardens Park in Beverly Hills. The sign is where everyone comes and takes their selfies, excluding me. Known for its luxury dining, high-end retail, celebrity residence. It's all about being fancy. If you're Australian like me and around about my age, you probably first heard a lot about Beverly Hills from a pretty popular TV show, Beverly Hills 90210, that I didn't watch, but I know all about it anyway. Rodeo Drive, ready for some high-end shopping. Gucci, Rodeo Drive, Beverly Hills. Elite, high-class shopping. I'm gonna see if I can find a pair of socks. That's all I can afford. Rodeo Drive also has a fair bit of street art and some pretty cool architecture. These Lime scooters are the best way to get around LA. You can do it all through your Uber app. We're now on our way to the BRAE tar pits in Los Angeles, and known for its fossilized ice age animals. So we're gonna go there and find out a little bit more about it. Bye-bye, thank you. Here in Hancock Park in Los Angeles are the BRAE tar pits. In these asphalt seeps, there's been fossils found like mammoths and saber-toothed tigers, and they're still actually excavating today looking for more fossils. The tar pits were first discovered in 1769 by a Spanish explorer, but the first fossil was located in 1875. Believe it or not, that's a sloth over 9 feet tall. This guy with no meat. That is a Colombian mammoth. It's actually still an active laboratory as well. Still excavating, still finding fossils, still working on them. Originally, this area, they were mining for crude oil, and that's how they found the fossils. So between 1913 and 1915, they dug up over 1 million fossils, and that's where it all started. The tar pit's actually natural asphalt from crude oil in the ground coming up to the surface. This is why it's called Hancock Park. This is the oldest existing home left in Los Angeles. This is the oldest home still remaining in Los Angeles. Got a very Spanish feel. It was built in 1818 by Don Francis Avila. In 1971, it was badly damaged by an earthquake, and now it's been fully restored, and it's a free entry historic museum of how they lived in 1818 to about 1840. No running water, no power, and it's pretty cool. Check the width of an internal wall. Now booked in to see Nightmare Before Christmas at the theatre in Hollywood. You're good.
Thank you.
Here in the Hollywood Hills, just starting the hike up to the Hollywood sign from Lake Hollywood Park. The first section just going through suburbia, and it's around about a 4k or 4.5k hike up. Only just started, already looks beautiful. Pretty much out of suburbia now, on a trail in the hills, heading to the sign. There she be. Just finished the small section of the Ensdale Trail. Now ready to hit the road. Now just walking up a road called Mulholland Highway. The track is well signed. We've left the road and now on the Mulholland Trail. Back on the dirt. In Australia, we don't call it a mailbox, we call it a letterbox. Now you leave the trail and you go through a few gates back onto the road. After that little stop off for a photo opportunity, we're now heading up Mount Lee Drive. Still heading towards the sign and getting a little bit of a view. This part here is actually a little bit steep, but we're still trying to get up there. Walking along the section of Mount Lee Road, it's a consistent incline, so you have to actually work a little bit to get up this part. But the paved road, nice and easy to walk on. Just a little bit of a consistent incline. Almost at the sign. Oh, there's a part of it. We've made it to the top. Top of Mount Lee. Don't really have any view. The radio tower behind me at the top of Mount Lee, right near the Hollywood sign, is the central communications facility. Sends out radio, microwave and cellular signals for the emergency services such as the LAPD and fire department. The Hollywood sign was originally erected in 1923, but not as we know it. It was called Hollywood Land and was an advertisement for real estate when they were ready to develop this area for housing. In 1949, however, they removed the word land, and now it is what we know today as Hollywood, an entertainment district. Back in the early 1920s, when the Hollywood Land development idea came about, a co-founder, Mac Sennett, flattened the top of the summit at Mount Lee, ready to build a mansion, but it never happened. So now we've just got a flat summit. Today, this area is popular for the local hikers and tourists like me, just so they can say they walked to the Hollywood sign. If you lost your keys, I'll leave them here. Got the sign with a little bit of sun on it on the way home. The sign looks so much better and clearer on the way down. That fog's lifting. In Australia, we don't call it trash, we call it rubbish. This place can get pretty busy. The hike to the Hollywood sign is now complete. And it was beautiful, really liked it. The Hollywood Hills are so good. There's about 4.4 kilometers one way, around about an hour and a half up, and around about an hour and 10 coming back down. The crowd's starting to gather now as I've finished. Even had some Americans asking the Aussie how to get to the sign. Luckily I could let them know, but really worth doing. Just walking through the suburbs in the Hollywood Hills, which is really nice by the way. Yeah, I could live here. And a local just said to me, "You look lost." I go, "No, I'm good. I'm just walking from the Hollywood sign to Universal Studios." And he goes, "Would you like a lift?" And I go, "No." Really nice though. So this is a Hollywood reservoir. Variety of sources feed this lake. The LA aqueduct, or just general rainfall. This is how they keep Hollywood celebrities hydrated. And that looks exactly like a gum tree. Starting to get a sense of that Halloween sort of vibe, you know? I've left the peace of the Hollywood Hills suburbs and now back straight into the busy world of peak hour in LA. In a few days' time, I'm gonna see the Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios. In Australia, we don't call that a crosswalk, we call it a zebra crossing. Made it to Universal Studios. Universal. Universal City Walk. Here at Universal Studios in Hollywood, it's a beautiful day and we're ready to see the theme park. It's actually a combination between movie studios and a theme park all rolled in one. Originally, back around 1915, it was a movie studio that invited the public for a fee. Then in around 1964, it was actually open as a movie studio and a theme park. And that's what it is today.
God, your fathers and my wishes again.
In Hollywood Studios, there's a Harry Potter themed section called the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. It's a permanent exhibition. Even the streets built as a replica from the movies. Cobblestone paths and everything. It actually looks pretty cool. This is the Harry Potter Dark Motion Ride. I've no idea what that means yet. That ride was actually pretty good. A little bit scary too. The Simpsons section. I'm in Springfield. Believe it or not, I've never watched a full episode of The Simpsons, ever. Not a bad view walking into the studio section. Sitting on the Universal Studios studio tour. It's about a 45-minute ride showcasing famous sets, King Kong and flash floods, and just basically driving through the studio area. Should be pretty cool.
Coming up on the right, this big building, signage, and that all happens in the middle. Gary John Williams.
Once again, for those of you...
The lower lot at Universal Studios is mainly focused on thrill rides, so I won't be going on much down here, but it does have some other entertainment, Jurassic World, Nintendo World, so we'll go check it out.
2 in the box, ready to go. We be fast and they be slow.
Let's go check out Super Nintendo World. We are now at the Hollywood Horror Nights at Universal. First haunted house, the Terrifier.
It keeps Caroline there.
Another haunted house. The Poltergeist this time. This is a Halloween festival and parade on the 31st of October 2025. They block off the street on Santa Monica Boulevard and have this big festival. And it's a little bit like a street party mixed with an Australian Mardi Gras. Oh my Lord. These toilets are going to be disgusting by the end of the night. But that would be a fun night if you got dressed up and were hanging with your buddies. Now just looking for the old Griffith Park Zoo. This is the old Los Angeles Zoo before the new one was built in 1966. This zoo was built in 1912 and closed in 1966. But you still can walk around the ruins and the old enclosures and have a look. It's unmaintained, so it's just sitting there as a ruin, but you still can walk around it. Let's go have a look. Would have been cool if they had a sign of what animals used to be in each enclosure. You just got to use your imagination. No idea if this was an enclosure for hippos or something, or if it was just a cool water feature. They have a lot of just random structures. No idea what they are or were. What's up there? Here's all the rear of those enclosures. So this is what they felt like. Feel I'm getting myself a little bit lost now. We're good. We're safe. We made it back. Oh my Lord, I love it. I want one. The old Griffith Park Zoo and the new Los Angeles Zoo is all here in Griffith Park. A big, massive parkland. The old zoo itself, it's okay. Would be better if it was signposted so Australians know which way to walk. There's trails and tracks everywhere. But yeah, it's pretty cool. But it's just sitting there as a ruin. There's no tours or anything, you just walk around. Just seems like the type of park where everyone's out exercising. Good on them. Coyote just walking on the golf course. Walking from the old zoo to the new one. And just going through this beautiful golf course. And there's just a coyote on the green. I just told the man who was looking at him in Australia, we just have kangaroos doing that, not coyotes. Morning, guys. Just walked about 45 minutes from the old Griffin Park Zoo to the new Los Angeles Zoo. Looks a little bit more maintained, hey? The Los Angeles Zoo opened in 1966. They're on 133 acres and they claim to have hundreds, if not thousands, of animals, including a wombat. I'll try and find the wombat. Got my ticket. Let's go zooing. A harbour seal. Alligators just chilling out. Not much to do, I guess.
You want to check out our giveaway?
Did you know swans mate for life? Do you know flamingos get their colour from their diet? The type of algae and shrimp that they eat? Wonder what would happen if we ate it. Gotta go check that out, because I flew all the way over to Los Angeles to see animals that are around home. Welcome to Australia. Did you know Tassie devil is the largest carnivorous marsupial there is? So the largest thing that eats meat gives birth to underdeveloped young who get raised in a pouch. Australia House. Let's check it. I think that shadow in the dark is our wombat. There we go. We found the wombats. Not too sure why Komodo dragons are here in the Australia section, but they're sort of close to Australia, I guess. Pretty sure Komodo's like Indonesia and a few other places. Not in Australia. Australia's larger kangaroos, when they're going at speed, they're reaching about 60 kilometres an hour and bouncing, touching the ground about once every 8 metres. They're pretty impressive. I have to see the gorillas. And they don't think I've escaped. There he is. Gorillas are the largest intelligent primate, and they share about 98% of their DNA with us. Hey, I'm guessing these two are the females. In Australia, we call it a zebra, not a zebra. Check this guy. Hey! He's got a pretty impressive flex. These guys are a good looking animal. The orangutans aren't really coming out to play today. He's up there, just resting. Let's go through the bamboo forest. Check out the African animals. That's pretty impressive. They're a beautiful animal. Look at these trees. He's kind of staring at me. Do you know giraffes have the worst sleep pattern ever? Half the time they sleep standing up, and they might only get 30 minutes in a day. Oh my God, why are they not grumpy?
Welcome to the Angela Collier Worlds of Birds Theater. Is that sure that's the right bird?
African condor is a scavenger and they are eating carcasses.
Bird shows, they're always good. Hey mate, he escaped. Hey, hey, Get back in your exhibit, mate. You see him? Tiger. The tiger lives throughout Asia, into India, and I think some in Indonesia. Interesting facts about tigers. Their wee smells like buttered popcorn. Not joking.
His arms are just...
Interesting ostrich fact. Their eyes are the largest land animal's eyes. Their eyes are even bigger than its brain. The art and sculptures they've put through the zoo is actually a really good idea. The Los Angeles Zoo, it's pretty good. They've done a good job with the exhibits and a bit of the extra art and decoration around the place. But they do great work with conservation and trying to rejuvenate endangered species. At the entry, you pay your fee and then you have a choice of donating a little bit more for their conservation. So it's a good idea too. In Australia, we don't call it a $50 bill. We call it a $50 note. The Griffith Observatory, which is behind me, up in the LA hills, was built in 1935 as a public area for observing views of the Hollywood Hills, LA when the smog's not there, and an observatory, so telescopes, night sky watching, day view glancing, and open for the public to come up here and just have good views of the city. Hollywood sign, looks like you can get up on the roof. All right, let's try that. Here we go. So beautiful up here, downtown LA. Look how big my ears are. Let's go. The Griffith Observatory is excellent. Its position on top of the Hollywood Hills is perfect. Inside the actual observatory, it's beautiful. You can learn everything from the universe, the solar system, the sun, how the planets work, everything, and all for free. And outside, you're looking at the Hollywood Hills and the Hollywood sign. Hollywood, baby. Yo, Willie! Come all the way to Hollywood. Willie G's ordering Maccas. Action! Ancient Egyptian mummy's foot. Modern day daddy's foot.
Got a pop figure of myself.
Pop figure of yourself. Crikey! It's let me do that. Muscle Beach. Start again. Muscle Beach. This is how to get around LA. I could do an Uber. It'll take forever in this traffic. Here's what we do. And catch the train. Now catch the train. And that is it. Birthplace. For the premiere.